worst thing about winter. No Euro Tours.
No more Euro Tours, but a European Championship, which all of these guys will be competing at. There is obviously a very important title to be won here tonight. £25,000 in ranking money to the winner.
134.
So we could see repeats of some of these games next week where the stakes are even higher.
Have we got a likelihood on whether we can get Ratajski clear again?
That's a very good question, actually. Christoph Ratajski.
Don't let me down, Dan.
He's about 9th.
43.
Well, he is 9th right now, but if Danny Noppert were to win this, that would knock him down a place. If Joe Cullen were to go on and win his semi-final, that would knock him down another place, so he's hovering in that
83.
You're going to be there next week.
I am going to be there.
Lucky
straight
boy.
to Oberhausen. A lot of these guys are doing the same.
60.
We haven't really seen Micheal Smith go through the gears so far. He's cruised through this weekend, averaging mid-90 stuff, only dropped 3 legs. Danny Noppert, he turned on the jets against Adrian Lewis, averaged more
99.
blew the former European champion off the board. Scott Baker didn't really have to produce that kind of stuff, but still won it by 6 legs to 2.
Micheal Smith told me this morning that he's frustrated with his
134.
doubles a little bit. It'd be interesting to see his reaction to any misses that he has on shots like these. He was getting out of jail earlier by hitting, say, a double 5 on the 3rd dart when leaving 40. So, will he take it clean?
Game
Yes,
shot,
he
the
does.
first leg. Michael Smith, second leg, Danny the throw first. Game on.
What's going to bring out a smile, Michael?
Well, when he played Jesus Nogueira earlier on, he averaged 94.5, but it was the finishing. He was only about 30% on his doubles because he was taking
140.
leave himself on a finish, miss, and then hit it. Now, most of the time, it doesn't really matter. If you're hitting that way, 2 misses, and then you hit it in the same visit, it doesn't really matter. It does put a dent in your average, and it does turn into a little bit of a niggling frustration. And we know that Micheal Smith is a man who specialises in niggling frustration.
I think that's fair.
83.
I see it written all over his face. I don't think he lets it affect his game like he used to. I think he's a lot more mature.
Sure, the family are
96.
tuning in with the TV over the fireplace at home with Junior, Dags and Casper.
Several thousand animals that reside there in St Helens as well.
55.
St Helens Dog Sanctuary.
Yeah.
He's got some fabulous pets though.
He has got an entire menagerie as Micheal Smith.
180.
He'll be doing his own nature documentary when he's retired.
He does love his animals. And these dogs are the size of horses. Danny Noppert just trying to figure out the best way to approach this.
Probably back up top. That's what he was
39.
afraid of.
Mark, we require
Gifted
141.
Micheal Smith 6 for 141 now. And that dart from Danny Noppert
91.
scarred the dartboard. It's given it a full imprint of his grip pattern.
It really has, hasn't it?
You don't see that very often.
Just raked its way down.
39. Mark, we require 50.
Well, treble 10 for double 10. No, he's just gone the big 10 for tops.
Game shot,
He's
second
double top,
leg.
Micheal
Michael
Smith.
Smith. Third leg, Michael to throw first. Game on.
He's hitting double top. You'd best watch out because you know he's going to score once he gets into the flow of things.
80.
Well, that's one each on the old collisions there, so that evens up the score. And we were talking about, we didn't know where the shirts finished and the tattoos began with Cullen and Ross Smith. It's the same with these guys. There's a lot of ink being invested in by this half of the draw.
57.
What's your favourite dart player's tattoo? I like the Simon Whitlock
60.
roulette wheel that's like a dartboard.
Yeah, that's not bad. Gary Anderson has some particularly terrifying
98.
gargoyles on his knees.
On his knees?
On his knees.
I think Joe Cullen's a bit like that guy from the Red Dragon movie, isn't he? Take his shirt off and his back's completely covered.
Yeah, I mean, he does like
85.
He does like a tattoo, Joe. I'm not quite sure how extensive they are. The best darts related tattoos aren't actually the darts players' ones. There's somebody out there with Kim Hybrecht's signature tattooed on his arm. There is the terrifying and also funny walk-on girl Daniela. Her face is tattooed on
167.
leaves 76, and the 6-7 is too big for Micheal Smith on this occasion, but he does take a big old chunk out of it.
76.
How much of a chunk can Danny take out of this? You can see it.
56.
Doesn't hit it.
Michael, you require
What's
36.
Micheal Smith like over on double 18?
Game shot
Very
on the
good.
third day.
Graduation.
Micheal Smith.
Down
Full
and to
play,
the
Danny to
right.
throw first.
Really
Game
well
on.
measured. Ooh. Just about, he says.
Yeah, we saw plenty of that earlier on when he took out Jesus Nogueira, but he's 3-0 up here, halfway to a spot in the
60.
semi-finals, and still Micheal Smith has only lost 3 legs all weekend.
One
He
runner.
started talking like that about Cullen, and then he started losing legs. So watch out for the Danny Noppert comeback now.
Well, you expect Danny Noppert to dig in here because he's playing nowhere near the levels that he's been for quite some time now, Danny Noppert. He's looked one of the most dangerous players on the tour, and it's
40.
it'll be a surprise if we get to the end of this year, even though we haven't had as many events as we would normally. If Danny Noppert
129.
he's looked dangerous.
Oh yeah.
And he has beaten Micheal Smith 2 of the 3 times they've played.
100.
We're talking about baffling darts facts in the last match, with Cullen never being at the Grand Slam. Gabe
46.
Clemens never playing on a Sunday at Euro Tour. One of my favourites is the fact that Mark Webster only got 1 PDC title.
Yeah, curious, isn't it? Just the one for Danny Noppert right now.
140.
Micheal Smith. And there could have been number 1 of big ones as well.
He's still got that thing going with Ian White.
And you require
he has, yeah.
161.
People might have gone 25 there.
37.
Not Danny.
You require 120.
Aggressively leaves double 12, but Bully Boy.
102. Danny require 24.
Well, he likes double 12, Danny Noppert. Normally, anyway.
Game
And
shot
gets
on
it
the
this
fourth
time.
leg.
Finally,
Danny
Danny
Noppert.
Noppert is in this
Fifth
game.
leg, Michael to throw
It has
first.
not
Game
been
on.
the explosive, high-quality stuff we've seen so far tonight. There you see the averages. Danny Noppert must be absolutely grateful. He's not got his scoring game going. Micheal Smith will be frustrated that he's not scoring as he normally does.
He's been around the 110 mark in the first 9 before this one.
93.
Kind of where he wants to be. Much rather it was around the sort of 115 to 120 mark.
140.
Seems to be playing quickly, even for Micheal Smith tonight.
See the side-on shot of Danny Noppert. That back leg does come up, but the right side of the body is very
140.
stable. That's the most important part of that. With Micheal Smith, you get statuesque. That extension
91.
of that right arm is a thing of beauty.
Look at the 18s. And
134.
1-3-4.
Michael require
Micheal Smith
130.
fancy his chances here. Doesn't like that one.
Nope. Top left. Gets that right in the top left. Oh,
Game
that's nice.
Michael Smith.
He made it so hard after that first dart. And then pinpoint precision to find the treble, 20. And more of the same to find the bullseye. 4-1, Micheal Smith.
136.
Big it up a little bit, didn't you, Dan? About big outs and big averages. Well, Michael's just delivered there.
91.
Saw him start off the year on the European circuit, where he's had so much success with a run to the final of the Belgian Darts Championship. We saw him in the back end of last year in Gibraltar beat Danny Noppert and beat him convincingly. 6-1.
140.
Looking to repeat the trick. Danny Noppert's 2 wins against Micheal Smith both came in floor events, Players Championship ones. One last year, one the year before.
140.
Smith is looking pretty good. If he can get through this very tricky test against Danny, could be a feisty encounter.
140.
The next one. He just looks really good, doesn't he?
That will require 85.
Left it again. Danny Noppert should get a dart for this leg, but Micheal Smith has already given you warning.
That one came out fast. This one's a bit slower.
65.
Can he
Mark
double
will
up
require
on the
130.
Maybe. Maybe.
105.
Oh, you saw the full
require
player
20.
move.
Nearly back-to-back checkouts of 130 for Micheal Smith. It would have been game over, you feel, had he pinned it.
Awful life for Danny this. He might have to go high and over the top. His darts do kink to the left. And the way they fly, they're blocking it completely. High, almost in the double six.
No score.
See what he was trying to do.
Mark
Just
will
getting
require
harder and harder for
25.
Danny Noppert, and this game is getting harder and harder for him because Micheal Smith wants double 10. 5-1.
Game shown the 6th leg.
Doubling
Michael Smith.
has been very, very
7th leg,
impressive
Michael
from
from
Micheal
first.
Smith.
Game on.
It has often been his weakness, but tonight it's good. I mean, it's still, you know, it's around that 40% mark, which is, you know, kind of what they expect of themselves.
62.
You just look at the way he's taken them out when he's needed them, taking them out in that visit. He's offered very few opportunities back to Danny Noppert if he's had a chance to kill off a leg.
100.
That is very true. These European Tour days aren't just about talent, they're about staying power
99.
as well. And the people left in this tournament know all about what it takes to go all the way apart from Danny.
Yeah, well, Micheal Smith has got 4 Euro Tour titles. Only
140.
He's in the semi-finals already. Mentor Sullivan's got 3, which puts him right up there. And Joe Cullen, while he only has the 1 Euro Tour title, has certainly
140.
played more games on the Euro Tour than the vast majority of players. His Euro Tour experience is huge.
So if it is Micheal Smith to get through, which is very likely from this position,
97.
going to have to witness the darts fitness in the semis and final.
Absolutely.
140. Danny will require 164.
2 darts away from a 6-1 victory, unless it's not going to go. Danny Noppert it's just not been there for him tonight.
94.
Full credit to Micheal Smith, though.
Michael,
where
you
he has
require
put
60.
himself in this match-winning position, 20 and tops to do it.
Game, shot, and a
Fabulous
match.
display of
Michael
finishing
Smith.
from Micheal Smith. While the percentage on the checkouts may not look like a stunning one, a mind-blowing one, it was the context of it. He got his chances, he took them, he's not allowed Danny Noppert into the match. And Micheal Smith has battled his way through to the semi-finals here at the International Darts Open. And he has only dropped 4 legs at all this weekend.